Welcome to the very first Marvel Rivals main channel video. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing that.
Boom! Let's go.
Yup. You heard that right. We're back with another main channel video. Let's go. And today we have Marvel Rivals Season 9.0 and everybody got revamped. I'm talking everybody got 2 team-ups. Everybody got buffs or of some kind or some tweak of some kind, and everybody was busted. Now, post season 9.0, everybody did get a little bit tweaked. Magneto, you're a permaban. C&D, you're a permaban. That's for another time. But this is my season 9.0 placement matches. Now, a lot obviously happened in these placement matches, which I'm going to be presenting to you guys today. And I'm going to be narrating over them because there were a lot of, great moments. A lot of times where I ended up making a lot of grave mistakes. But a lot of times where I also made some good clutch moments. If you guys seem to enjoy this Marvel Rivals video, I want you guys to drop a like, subscribe, comment your favorite part. And who knows, man? We might have more Rivals content coming soon. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. See y'all in the video. Yeah, let's go. By the way, there are 2 games that are missing, and that's just because I had to leave early and I had stuff going on during those games. So yeah, only 8 are being shown. But anyways, yeah, let's get right back into it. Welcome to game 1, and today I picked Venom for this because, he has new team-ups. We picked Dino, Panther, and Namor for our bands. And I swapped to Emma with the Luna team-up since we have a Luna on our team. Okay, the running Strange, Groot, and Star-Lord flanking on the side. And Cyclops. We do a little bit of staggering, trying to maintain some space here. Thing gets a lot of damage on that Strange. And we get a little bit closer here, just doing slight tags to the tanks. And, yep, those damn walls, bro. Now, we kept going at it, and look, there's a Cyclops on the right. And I did break that wall. We got a little closer. Thing with that nice, that nice punch that got him in the air. Strange low right there, tenacity activated. Panic shield. And then boom, there's a Cyclops, and I secure my first kill. Then we have, we're putting more pressure onto the tanks. And, yep, they end up coming back to the supports and stuff. And we had our cloak going for the flank, which was nuts. We secured both those kills on the tanks. And we went back a little bit for some space, just to not push too much forward, and then I end up dying a ton. Our Star-Lord here is hiding behind. Spidey's taking care of that. Just tickling him with the webs. And I shoot Cyclops a little bit. And, yep, I crystal the Strange here. Boom, there's, goes a lot of its HP. Star-Lord just killed our Widow right there, but we're still pushing here. We end up getting pushed by this the Luna ult right here. And Cyclops, on the side. Then I pop my ult here. Grew with that nice defense. I didn't get anybody in there. That was a bad ult for me. And I ate that ult right in the ass. Yeah, bro. That Cyclops ult, I didn't play against it much, so we just kept getting cooked by that. Then the group double snared us with the Star-Lord team up. Luckily I got out of there just in time. Widow died, unfortunately. And yeah, point 2. Now, here we basically were just trying to get some good tags here. This is our Star-Lord right there. Just absolutely going ham on us. Both supports dead, plus Star-Lord dead, and the group died too, which is crazy. And the Strange. Man, we got a cracked Luna on our team.
Dude, these healers are
obviously, we even got our Spider-Man here crashing out because the patty cake and supports, man. I feel you. Especially on Venom, it's like crazy when they start doing that. Anyways, we end up finding the Star-Lord again, just trying to flank. Then Strange pulls up, hops over me, pops his ult, and then I grabbed him late, and then the Star-Lord and Cyclops ran our lobby. The entire team is dead. Next we come back here, and just putting pressure on Doctor Strange right now. The Star-Lord's like hopping around, and then I grab Strange, horrible kick right there. Star-Lord kills Spidey, and he pops ult, and runs down literally our whole team. Like, we lost Widow and Luna right there just from that one Star-Lord ult. Then we have Cloak and Dagger just securing the space, and all of our supports are dead. Luna just, you know, Spidey's right there. Luna just got out of the spawn room, and Strange trying to run hands on me. I grab him, boom, dead, you know, kicked him. Then Cyclops comes and I eat the entire ult. We then walk around and, yep, Star-Lord trying to tickle me. Then Groot gets me and makes our Luna pop ult. So then we just walk down the back line, you know, Luna's using her ult. C&D froze, Cyclops running away, and then our Cloak pop fade. Then their Luna pops ult. We're running away, you know, just trying not to get run down. Punisher dies. Then the Cyclops comes and hits the stupid ricochet shot and like makes everybody go half. Luna's dead. Then we just, you know, run it down. Star-Lord dies. And then I try to grab, oh my god, Strange just popped over me. Just making my whole grab just useless right there. Yep, Strange dead. We cut to then Mag taking out her Hawkeye, and then Star-Lord taking out the Thing. And I'm just here by myself in diamond form, just trying to duke it out with everybody. I pop my shields, double wall right here, and then our C&D pops ult. Then, you know, I did the little crystal thing, and Star-Lord died from C&D. It's crazy. I pop ult, boom, Cyclops is dead, and try to get Luna in there, but yeah, Mag bubbled her in time. This is why I banned this dude, by the way. Apply more pressure here and dished out a couple damage. Just holding up this corner right here and just waiting for them to make their move. I then peek the corner and Mag pushes me out. He self-bubbles himself, and yeah, I'm just pretty much applying pressure to the tanks. Then I got him with the ice wall and started applying pressure to his shield. Grabbed him, dead, killed with Thing. Nice, double kill. Then there's Cyclops, dead. Cloak and Dagger ends up popping ult here, and I'm just putting pressure to Mag. Oh, Cyclops pops ult right here. Put him in that, and then I went to diamond form, went through the hands on Luna. Mag gave her a bubble, but then boom, I ran the hands, and I made her pop ult here. I definitely canceled out that Thing ult, because I feel bad for that. Then I just apply more pressure, and then our supports are just getting railed by Magneto. Then, yep, Star-Lord goes to the Luna, and I have to retreat. Now, I'm just, you know, backpedaling over here, and then Cyclops hit this crazy ricochet attack, and boom, Hawkeye dies. Then, Thing kills the Star-Lord on the side. It's great. I put pressure on this Mag. Mag self-bubbles. And then I grab him, pick him and stuff, and then Thing kills him. And then look at this Cloak and Dagger bull crap. Then I just, you know, get that ult on Luna, and then Thing and I go to town. Luna dead. And then Star-Lord dies, and that's game 1, baby. And nope, it is not game 1, because I did the ultimate sacrifice for everyone's elo and picked Penny on attack. And the story really plays itself. I basically had the belt handed to me, man. We were getting staggered the entire game, and I took the L, and pretty much got everybody to lose elo. I should have just stayed on Emma for this game. Game 2 is here, and to start, I picked Venom. For our bans, we started off with a Gambit, Namor, and Thing. Now here I'm trying to dive, and I decided to go for Bucky first. Get some nice damage on him, and get him to focus me. Everybody was focusing me. I got like stunned and all that, so I dipped, got some heals, and we were back in action. Try to get a little bit of tags here. I'll run around, go for the Elsa right there, and secure my first kill. Then, you know, I do some tags on Penny, and she keeps on... I just keep getting frozen by the CC spam. I destroyed the nest, and I go for the dive. I end up getting everybody in my little tether here. Bucky pulls me right here. I dip because I'm at low HP. And, you know, go back for some heals. And, yep, doing some damage on Penny. And I get stunned right here. I set up my next dive here by hiding behind this wall. Do some cardio real quick. Go up top. And go for my dive. Boom. Luna froze me right here. That's crazy. And we just keep going to town. Get pulled by Bucky. Get pushed by Bucky. And I dip. Get some heals, you know, and we're going back at it. Trying to get some slight tags, going for that nest right there just so my Thor doesn't die. And he took like half HP of that, but yeah, all nests broken. I go up for some cardio, dive, and then go for that Penny. White Fox is with me here, super combo, boom, she's dead. I go for my next dive on the Bucky, and his whole team spawns in, and he just gets max healed. Go for the ult, boom. White Fox pops ult, then their Luna pops ult, and then our Cloak and Dagger pops ult, then their Jubilee pops ult. Then their Mag secures a kill on our Elsa here. Two more people die. I go up for the dive, boom. I get stunned by the entire team, and then I go and dip if my HP is low, and just reset. Let the team capture the point. Our next interaction starts and 3 of my teammates just die. And I got the Luna kill right there. Go for another dive. I tried to go for the Jubilee, just trying to focus her with all the damage I got, and I died. I go for the dive and boom, we get all teammates, and bam! I hit him with the ult. I get that kill on Bucky, and just keep going for the supports. Elsa just blocking me like that. I go run up, go for the dive, boom. Go and, you know, go for the Luna right here. I go up and Elsa then Jubilee kills me. Alright, I respawn in and Strange pops portal, nice. I go back into the field and then boom. I go on Jubilee, get some damage, and then Elsa gets that bubble, and damn, bro, that's so annoying. Do some cardio, go back to the spawn wall, do some cardio again, Luna pops ult, boom. I get that tether, and we're just going to town on the supports. It's really close head to head here. I'm breaking this nest over here. You know, just going to town on that. Penny, you know, deactivated it. Our Luna pops ult. I go dive again, you know, get some extra hits. And look at that. Boom. Jubilee dead. Penny pops ult over here, and I'm just going to town on that Luna. Luna dead, and Jubilee dies too. We go to town. This basically is free eats. Penny ult's still going. And it's overtime, so we're just trying to get him dead. Penny dead. And Elsa dies. And Bucky's dead too. And that's pretty much the game, guys. Round 1, done. Of game 2. Alright, we get to the second game, and I go for this nice dive here. And you go for this, you know, ult right here, boom, get the Jubilee. Kill Punisher with that tether earlier. I go up, you know, still trying to find that Jubilee right here. Just trying to chase her down. Dive her again, you know, try to get it. She dies. And look at that, there's the Bucky right there. Focus him. And he's dead. I go to my next dive, Jubilee pops ult, trying to get into the point, trying to put that pressure on her with the dive and all that. Thank you, Auto Swing. And our C&D pops ult here. Then our Elsa pops ult here. I'm getting shot by Bucky, so I go for another dive for the supports again. And yeah, just keep getting shot at. Prepare for my next dive, and boom, I catch everybody in that dive. I get low on HP. Still go for that Jubilee, and she dies. Bucky tries to hit ult here. I go for Luna, she dies. And go for the Mag, he's dead. And Bucky over here just trying to feast on our supports, and he dies. Perfect. We go for our next dive here, and I get grabbed in the air by Emma, and Punisher pops ult, and Luna pops ult, and I have to dip. Then this wall comes over me, and I die. That is game 2. And I catch the W, baby. Alright, we start with game 3, and I picked Venom here. For our bans, we did Mag, Punisher, and Groot. Now, to start, I decided to go for a little dive, and Hulk disturbs my dive. And bubbles himself, but he goes back to banner form real quick. I go back for another dive, you know. White Fox dies from Iron Man. Cyclops gets a kill on Luna, and Iron Man gets a kill on Hulk. Thor gets a kill on Hawkeye, and also Storm, and then Iron Man gets a kill on Strange. We secure first point with ease. I start my second dive and go straight for the supports, you know, put in that BTA to the supports, giving them nightmares, and make the entire team focus me, which is what I did. Good job on me. Jeff gives me some heals, you know, Mr. Fent tries to tickle me, but I keep pushing anyways. And diving also. And Strange dies too. Now Iron Man here, Joy Boy, turns Gear 5 and takes out the entire team. 6 kills in a row, which is crazy. For my next dive, I go back to the supports, you know, just quick pressure again, and I die. It's now overtime, we're very close to 100%, there's 4 people on point, Luna pops ult, and I pop ult on the beds. And then White Fox pops ult soon, actually, putting pressure on Luna real quick. Iron Man gets the kill with the ult, and yeah, White Fox is just by herself here. I'm just tickling her with my attacks and all that stuff. Keep putting pressure on, the Wanda's on the right, White Fox is dead. And Emma pops ult here, but I had to shut that party down. And yeah, secure the kill. Then, you know, we get a lot of other kills too, pushing pressure on Strange, and he dies, and we secure point. That's round 1, let's go. Now round 2 starts with me being on a tree, and I just go straight for the dive, going crazy on the backline, making everybody move back, and that's my whole job, is be a big fat mosquito. And, you know, I did just that, tickling everybody and just going in the backline. Now, the opposite team wanted to diff me on Venom, but I said no to that, so I just kept putting belt ass on the backline, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, trying to avoid that Emma CC right there. I go use the ult, make everybody move back further, and I get that Phoenix. And also the Namor solo ult. I respawn in, and I go straight for the Phoenix, you know, putting actual damage on her, and she dies. And Venom's kind of nuts this season, especially with the Blade team up. So Venom pops ult right there and make him run away, you know. Gotta make sure who's boss in this one. And yeah, secure both kills, White Fox and Venom good. I go for another dive on the Phoenix and kill her too with Let's go. I dive her again because I did a little camping technique. Wait for them to just spawn camping them. And I run the ones with the other Venom team. But I had to swing away since I didn't want to die for myself. Thank you for the heals, Jeff, and Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, so pretty much Invis dies. I swing back, you know, I want to just be a very annoying mosquito, so I go back, attack the Phoenix, and their team literally gives up at this point. I mean, we're pretty much getting free kills. The Venom gave up, our Iron Man's too cracked, and, you know, there's the Blade right there. There's the last of everyone left. And we got it. And that's game 3. We won it. And yeah, it was crazy. I mean, this is pretty much a sweep. And I mean, also because of our Iron Man. Shoutouts to you, man. Thank you for just locking in, bro. And look at this MVP screen. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, that's game 3. Alright, we start with game 4, and I picked Venom for this one because, you know, last game we won with him, so why not? Let's give him a go. For our bands, we did Panther, Penny, and Cloak and Dagger. Now, we start off with this first band. I'm going straight for the Rocket, putting, you know, straight nightmares into Rocket, making his whole game on Marvel Rivals miserable. You know, that's the whole point of this guy's kit, and I'm following it to a T. Now, I wish I dove to my supports every time, but at the time, I never really used my dive for that, and I died. Next, I go dive for the supports again, and, you know, I'm going for the Thing, which I probably should be going for the Rocket, and I die. Then I get revived, and I go for another dive, and Iron Man pops ult here. I'm going for this Invis, you know, put an absolute belt to her, and she dies. Perfect. Now, Thing's trying to just stop me from leaving, but I got my whole team here. Maga's popping ult, and we also got ult from Rocket too, so I'm putting damage onto the Iron Man because he's being annoying. And I'm going for the supports again with that dive, and making Rocket just dip, and Invis dip as well. So I'm going back for this Rocket again for the next dive, and I'm going for the Invis, you know, making her waste some cooldowns. Pop ult on the Rocket, and boom. But I apparently, yeah, I missed that whole thing. I go and dip, you know, because I'm low HP. I'm literally one tap. I should have used my dive there, but I was in a little bit of a pinch right there. Now, I'm trying to wait for this next dive. Rocket on the other team pops ult, so I go for that Rocket ult and just break it. Perfect. Now, I'm going for this little rocket over here. He's half HP. Marking that to my team. And, yeah. I'm just going for just going for my next dive. Just getting ready. And boom. I go and dive the Iron Man. But the Invis puts her shield up and mag bubbles it, and I am almost dead, pretty much. And, yeah, I'm dead.
Bruh.
Now, I swapped to Emma because, you know, I was dying a ton on Venom, so I decided to switch to Emma for this one. Now, Thing is trying to go for my DPS over here. Deadpool pops that shield, and Ultron pops ult here. I'm trying to focus him, our Invis dies, and she gets revived again. We basically push back a little bit. Mag and Iron Man are popping ult. And yeah, we just got clipped. Now, I get back and touch the point. Trying to go for that Iron Man, but I just went for the mag instead with the melee. And I just tried to stay on point as long as I could. But because there weren't any healers there, I pretty much got melted, and that's game. And that's pretty much round 1 right there.
2, 3.
Now, to start round 2, I went on Star-Lord because I got a good amount of hours on him, and I'm pretty good with him, you know, doing damage and ults and all that stuff. I pop my little res on the side and just trying to get all that ult charge off Thing, because he's pretty much a ult magnet for Star-Lord. Now, the big 2 culprits in this game were the Iron Man and the Ultron. Now, with my hit scan, I really am trying to focus them. Iron Man's half there, but my team really does nothing for that Iron Man. And, you know, I'm just trying to dish out damage, trying to get my ult fast. And, you know, just tickling the entire team, basically. I get to low HP, I get back, and my team also gets back. We lose Widow here, and I get hit up in the air by Thing, and we pretty much lose a big chunk of our team, I'd say. Alright, I swapped back in the spawn room to Groot because, you know, I'm better on tank than I am on DPS. But, yeah, Groot was definitely the right choice here. I was able to catch the flyers out the sky, and, you know, it was pretty good. And I was able to wall Thing off the tone. Gambit popped ult there, so I was able to get some good value. Mag's popping ult right now, and yeah, he missed that, which is crazy. But yeah, Thing is trying to go for all of us, and Ultron pops ult, our Ultron does. So we get some good heals here, and Thing's just getting damage rained on him. So I'm just punching the Thing mainly because there's no one else to really punch around. But yeah, we're pretty much, yeah, Iron Man just popped ult right there, blocked that, and yeah, we're just kind of duking it out right now. Thing really low, dies, and I blocked the entrance with the Iron Wall. Now, Iron Man's left, so we're trying to, you know, damage him. Boom, I pop ult, Ultron dies. Then I add some extra walls there. Strange pops a portal, so I go back to peel for my support. And, you know, run the hand on Doctor Strange. And, you know, it's really low. He's pretty much dead. Our Strange pops ult. This thing is just running around, and the enemy Ultron pops ult. So I'm trying to, you know, make some extra wall space so that Thing can't really get anywhere. I'm trying to get this Invis here, secure the kill there, boom. And, you know, trying to go for the rocket next. And we get that point, nice. So yeah, going for the rockets by himself, dead. Just gets melted. And yeah, so I'm pretty much just, you know, applying pressure to everybody as Groot and just trying to secure space. Now for Groot, I placed this Iron Wall here so I don't get CC'd, and I'm just putting just all my hands-on Thing right now. Even though I probably should be going back to the back line, Thing really just needs to get exploded first. So I put some walls up. Their rocket pops ult, so we break that. Broken. And, you know, their Iron Man's just putting max damage on me. Our Jubilee pops ult, nice. And, you know, we go out, and their Invis pops ult, trying to counter ult us. And I'm just putting as much, you know, range damage as I can from where I'm at. Now their mag tries to go run the hands with me too. I block that Iron Man ult like the goat I am. And we go and boom, Gambit pops ult. So lets me get a lot of damage off. Invis and the supports are all back here, so I pretty much take advantage of that. Invis dies, then we have our Iron Man by himself, only getting heals from one support. And he's pretty much dead too. But yeah, we went back to the point just so that, because that's the thing. Thing was in the back line, he had no support help, and I got that kill. Now, we're pretty much just trying to get the second point here, just so that we're not getting staggered for too long. I pop ult, get a nice valued ult here, and their Iron Man dies. And, you know, just keep going at it in the back line, placing walls and whatever I can, just so that they can't give heals. So right here, our Strange pops ult, and Ultron just gets cooked. And their mag also gets cooked. And then their thing here just being really annoying also gets cooked. We're just fully focusing him now. There are two supports back here, so I block him off of these walls and get the invis and the rocket. And then thing here is just trying to be annoying here. Boom, he dies, and we get second point. Now, for second point, we're pretty much, you know, trying to get some extra space. The DPS did make some switches. And now I'm just blocking off Mag so he doesn't get heals. And, you know, I'm adding some extra walls and cover and stuff like that. Just blocking off, you know, random damage. Things running at me like head forward right here. So I put the iron wall to block everything. My team doesn't shoot the thing, but you know what? That's fine. I'm just gonna keep putting more. Then Blade pops ult, our Jubilee pops ult, along with Ultron, so we double heal ulted. Things just putting extra pressure on me, and he pops ult too, so I get stunned. So I dish out some more walls and damage, and their rocket pops ult, and I'm dead. I'm back and I lob my ult across the map and I die. Then I switched to Venom, you know, because Venom was working last time, so why not? Need to put some backline pressure anyway to make a move so we get more space. Their Invis pops ult. Our Deadpool also pops ult too on the Invis. And things just put in pressure. I go wrap around, just trying to distract the team, the opposite team. So I'm just gonna deal some extra damage, put damage on the Invis, and she's really low. Doesn't die, and you know, their Thing and Invis are way back here. Mag's dead. And, you know, I'm putting more pressure back here, making them move forward, but I end up getting pushed by the Thing and Blade pop ult, and that's pretty much game. Alright, we start round 5 pretty strong with Venom, you know. Using my classic pick. We have Groot, Cloak and Dagger, and Star-Lord banned, and now for my first dive, I go for this Penny Nest, you know. I'm on Penny Nest duty this game because we got a penny, and I died. Going for another dive after the swing, which I believe is pretty bad, but you know what? I keep going. I get stunned and I die. Then I go for another dive, you know, go for the supports, do an ult on the rocket, boom. And, you know, I get stunned again, and I'm trying to break the nest, you know. Nest right next to me. White Fox breaks it, nice. We're going in, and, you know, I'm just doing some tags, dive again, go for this nest. And boom, we broke both nests and I died. Now I'm Doctor Strange, popping a portal, and yeah. You know, I touch point. Now, was this portal the best? Not really, so I didn't really get that much time. All the nests just got on me, and I died. And that's round 1, man.
0-7. 0-7. Still on DPS, dog. You're fucking so...
Bro, can we just delete you from the game? Thanks.
Bro, you're fucking ass, dog. 0-7 as one of the easiest characters in the game.
I didn't play this character. I was playing Venom breaking Penny Nests all game.
Oh, no, you're valid then. You're valid.
Sorry. I was not on DPS last game.
Valid. No, you're valid. You're valid. You're doing good as well. No, my bad.
You're good, dude. After clearing the air with that other guy, you know, basically I'm on Cyclops now, trying to get some good damage here, and we're just trying to stop this from getting to the first point. So I just deal some laser damage and just get to work. And yep, I marked everybody, trying to get some damage on tank. And this is one of my first times playing Cyclops. Yep, and game over. Yeah, just wrap it up, dog. I can't with this. God! And we lost, man. Alright, we're now in game 6, and I decided to go with Emma for this one. For our bans, we did Gambit and Hela, and nothing else. Now, to start the game, you know, I was basically on that Penny duty again, because they had Penny, and I was just trying to, you know, get those nests again wherever they were at. and also trying to make space. So I did just that. The Penny tried to puppy guard, and I just tried to break their nest. And then they made a stupid move by zipping towards our support, our whole back line. And next I went for the Star-Lord, you know, trying to get that nice pit. Mag pushed me away, but I just said nah to that. So I put the wall up and dealt a lot of damage. He popped shield, and I went for the Jubilee next. And yeah, we were pretty much making them fall back because of Jubilee was low HP. We got that kill, and I got a couple more kills afterwards. And dagger, I grabbed her and hit her with the Slam of Doom. I get some more kills here, and that's round 1 done. Alright, it's round 2, and you know, we're pretty much holding it down on the first point. Now, Thing and Magneto are kind of going off, and Mag gets our Mantis, and Thing ends up getting our Bucky, and Squirtle gets our Y-Fox, and I end up dying. Then, you know, we're trying to hold, and I get a kill on Star-Lord, you know. Then I go for this Mag with Y-Fox, and bro, this is crazy. Absolutely goated teamwork right there. And then go for the Star-Lord, you know, and then Thing just disturbs me. And he pops ult here. And, you know, I need to use some cover. But fast forward a little bit, I get that Squirtle kill. And, you know, I'm wrapping around a little bit. Getting the Squirtle ult just fried. And, you know, we're just trying to hold space here. Their Jubilee pops ult, so I just go for it. Boom. I get this nice grab here. Then Mag bubbles the Jubilee, and I die. And they end up going out. They end up switching over to Doctor Strange. Boom. They portal in, and Star-Lord is looking like he wants something. And I hit with this nasty grab. Boom. And he's dead. We go back. Go for this Jubilee. I'm just trying to dish out damage here. And, you know, I'm pretty much just trying to hold my ground here. I'm getting pressured by the Squirtle ult just so that none of my supports die, but we then fast forward a little bit, the point moves a little bit, and I'm just going at this man. I'm gonna grab him, boom, he bubbles himself. I pop ult, make everybody move backwards, and I get the Squirtle in there, she dies, and then we're pretty much just going to town against these guys. Star-Lord's really low, so I just focus him, he's lowest HP, dead. And just tanks left at this point. They got no supports. They got Invis. Moon Knight popped ult here. Mag pops ult.
Final 10 seconds.
I block it. Boom. I'm goaded. And then Cap comes in, you know, just putting extra pressure in the back line. Mag wastes that bubble on the Invis, and our Y-Fox pops ult. Boom, Squirtle dies. Mag pops his bubble on himself. Strange pops ult, but I just keep focusing Mag anyways. Because he got that stupid ranged abilities. Boom, he dies. And, yeah. We just shoot up Strange, he dies. Star-Lord is the last one left. He dies, and that's basically game. And guess what? I even got the MVP too. Look at that. Come on, man, let's go. Alright, for this game I chose Emma, you know. For our bands we did Cyclops, Gambit, and Groot. First point, I got a nice couple kills here. Cyclops dead. And then I go for this Invis here. Keep pushing pressure, dead. I go around, and then go for this Y-Fox. Boom, she dies. Then I go for this Angela, dies. Then they pop a triple ult, and they do Y-Fox, Emma, and, you know, we counter with that Elsa ult. Boom, I pop my ult, Invis dies. Then I pop a Bucky, dead. And pretty much, that's first point. I go for this Y-Fox here for the aura. And I grab her real quick. Boom. And she dies. I die too. But, look, then we got the Angela ult. So we burn that.
Yeah, you ran back, but you ran back.
Then we got this Bucky here. I run the hand. Boom. And he dies. And you see this White Fox, she dies. Then we see this Emma right here, I'm running the ones with her. She dies. Angela comes in and I'm like, nope. Didn't want to fall in. And that's pretty much game 7. We got the dub there. And then round 2 comes here. We have the 2 kills here. And the kill on Mantis. And then I'm coming in with this kill on Bruce right there. Bruce Banner. Boom. Coming in. Get this kill on Bucky right here. I missed my grab. Just run the hands on him. Boom. He dies. Hella, she dies. Look at this Emma right here being stupid. Just keep shooting her. And she dies. Alright, next point, and we get this Hulk over here trying to run the hands with us, but you know what? He falls into some penny mines, and we melt him down. Back to banner form. Their Cloak and Dagger pops ult, and I'm holding point here, just trying to make some good space. I die. Then we get to the next interaction here. Wanda comes in trying to pop ult, boom, I block it, and then, you know, our Cloak and Dagger pops ult. I'm pretty much just going for his Wanda. Boom, catch her in this grab, and make her run away. And yeah, she pretty much just can't deal any damage, and I'm doing freaking cat and mouse over here. Our Cloak and Dagger dies, but I'm pretty much just stalling over here. The Phoenix, yep, she's dead. We would get our point back, and we're at 99 now. Oh, that's game. And that was crazy, not gonna lie. Yeah. Catch that MVP as well, and let's go.
Wow. Alright.
Alright, we start off game 8, and I pick Emma. For our bans, we end up doing Gambit, Black Panther, and Punisher. Now for first point, I was going for this Rocket. Just, you know, being annoying for the healers. And the Rocket dipped. Then I went for, you know, Mag. He had low HP. Then I pretty much had low HP, got mixed with Cyclops, and I died. And then we end up getting first point. Nice. Now, I tried the magic back there, and then, you know, fast forward a little bit, go to the first corner, get dished out a lot of damage, and I die. And die. And die again. And again. And that's game 1, round 1.
1, 2.
Round 2 was, yeah, it was wraps. I was on Devil Dinosaur, 2 hitboxes, get melted, boom. And then I 1v1 Bucky on Strange, and that was pretty much game. Yeah, that was rough. Yo, what's going on, everybody? So, we just wrapped up with the video, and I did a ton of experimenting here. First off, we had a lot of text, a lot of sounds, a lot of stuff. And then we had our little, like, PNGs and all that stuff going on. And I even did sprinkle a little bit of my little sauce here with the cinematics and all that stuff. Definitely enjoyed making those. Hopefully I might, you know, pull a Fortnite and do a full cinematic edit. Also, new apartment. How are we doing? And yes, I'm gonna be doing an apartment tour very soon. Gonna be sparking up stream at some point. Maybe it already happened, I don't know. I'm a live channel, link in the description down below, or right there. Which I did make that, by the way. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed. This is all streamed on my Twitch. Twitch.tv/banboylol. You already know. And hope y'all to catch you on the flip side. See y'all.